to the show. Well, one of the best things about the holidays is all the food. Am I right? But holiday dinners can be such a to-do. So why not kick off Christmas morning with my family's go-to holiday breakfast spread? Basically, I put out everything I could ever want to eat on the table, because for us on Christmas morning, it's like a breakfast time. You don't eat lunch because you're so full from breakfast. And then dinner's coming later. It's super simple to put together. But the first thing I want to do is show you how to make bacon. Because what better way than to start off the day with bacon? But we're not doing any normal bacon. We're doing my bourbon pecan bacon. I know. Happy holidays to everybody who eats bacon. All right, so the first thing I want to do is get to work on my actual bacon. Now, you could easily do this recipe in a pan on the stove if you were making it for like, I don't know, 3 or 4 people, but I want to show you how to make it for more people. So we're going to actually do it in the oven. So I've got a sheet pan here, a rimmed sheet pan, that I've lined with a little bit of parchment paper. So onto there, I have got some bacon. I've got 12 strips of thick cut bacon. Now, if you could find that bacon on sale, like the thinner strips, I'm not gonna be mad at you, it'll just cook up quicker, it'll be a dream. But like, if you're going for it, thick cut bacon on a holiday morning, an absolute dream. So just lay that out, just so it doesn't really touch. You wanna leave a little bit of room between each strip of bacon, because that's gonna allow it to not kind of like poach, it's gonna allow it to get a little golden brown. So just lay those babies out. Truly, I don't eat bacon, but the smell of bacon in the morning, one of the delights of the world, fully. Could definitely be a wonder of the world, in my opinion. Okay, I'm just gonna go quickly wash my hands off. So that bacon, doing it on a pan is a really, really great way to kind of get it done quickly. You're not tending to it on the stove. You don't get that dreaded bacon splatter everywhere, which is always a good thing. But I'm gonna pop this into my oven. But just like when I cook my bacon on the stove, I'm putting it into a cold oven. So it's not on yet, because basically what that's gonna do is as that oven comes up to temperature, it's gonna slowly render out that fat. So basically pop it into your oven, cold, set it to 400 degrees, and then when that heat goes off, set the timer for 8 minutes. As that heat comes up, that bacon fat kind of just renders out, and then once it's up to temperature, it starts to crisp up just a little bit. So that 8 minutes is not gonna give you cooked bacon, but it's gonna be slightly done, because we need to add on that like bourbon pecan situation, because it's the holidays. Starting off early, and you're good to go. All right, now in a bowl, I'm gonna combine a 1/4 cup of maple syrup, because we are a maple bacon family in my house. This is gonna cook down on that bacon and give you a nice stickiness. Now I'm also gonna add in a shot of bourbon, AKA 2 tablespoons or 1 ounce for those cocktail heads. Not the worst thing in the world. And then I've also got 2 tablespoons of some chopped up pecans. We love the flavors of like Southern cooking, so that bourbon, that pecan, with that little bit of Canadian nod with that maple syrup, total dream. So give that a little bit of a mix up. And then since bacon is so salty already, I'm just gonna add some pepper into there. All right, so a good amount of pepper, because I really like nice peppery bacon in my family. Give that a good stir up. And if I was doing this on the stove, essentially what I would do is cook that bacon until it's like a little wobbly, add this in, and then it's gonna caramelize. But since we're doing it in the oven, I'm gonna go grab that bacon that's been cooking for, again, about 8 minutes after it comes up to temperature. And get ready, it doesn't look great. It's just slightly cooked down. So it's kind of rendered out. A little bit of that fat has cooked out. If you had really fatty bacon, I would drain off some of that fat just to kind of cut it back. You're gonna get a bit more crisping that way. But you see, it started to kind of like shrivel up. So now what you wanna do is just pour that beautiful pecan, bourbon, maple situation all over every single one of those strips of bacon. You know, like bacon was like a real thing a while ago. Everyone was like bacon on everything. I'm not mad about it, but if you put bourbon on it, I'm really not mad about it. All right, now this goes back into my 400-degree oven for about 8 to 10 minutes, or until that bacon is cooked up nice and crisp and beautiful. That maple syrup and bourbon is gonna cook down and kind of caramelize, and you end up with something that looks kind of like this, which I'm not gonna lie. Those toasty little pecans on there. Really beautiful, a little bit sticky. Now, If you want to, you can throw this onto your table. It's like, oh my gosh, it's like candied. You can chuck this onto your table for people to grab. You can even pop this into like a cup and serve it as an appetizer on your charcuterie board. Always good. But my family loves a BLT. So you pop it on a board. This is like a classic holiday morning thing for our family. We have a big board with all the fixings you need. Everybody just gets to make whatever they would like. But my brother, my husband, they're BLT people. So just get your nice bread, spoon a little bit of mayo right onto that bread, or a lot of mayo apparently. I'm a mayo girl through and through. A little bit of lettuce down there, just some butter lettuce, maybe a bit of that tomato, and then some of that delicious bourbon-y pecan bacon on there. Like, come on. I am making my classic holiday breakfast spread today, and we've got that beautiful bacon that we made earlier, like the pecans, the bourbon, the maple syrup. Gonna be the best BLT you've ever had in your whole entire life. You will always find this on my table on Christmas morning. But the other thing you will find is a classic platter of like bagels, cream cheese, and smoked salmon. Myra Berg eats more smoked salmon than I think any human person should. But that's okay. We can hardly keep it in the house. But this is something that I love to do because sometimes on a holiday morning, when you're looking down the barrel of making that big holiday feast, I don't want more chores. I don't want a DIY. I just want something that's got all the flavors I want in one little spread. So as opposed to making like the cream cheese and smoked salmon on top, I just put it all together and call it a day. So we're gonna make that delicious smoked salmon spread today. So the first thing I need is a cup of room temperature brick style cream cheese. So I've got that right here. I like using brick style because it's got a little bit more substance to it, but if you only had tub style, that would work too. So I'm just gonna add that on into a bowl. And then to give this a little bit more of like zingy flavor, and I might lose some people here, I am adding in half a cup of goat's cheese. Yeah, okay, we're in? Cool. If you're not into it, you could also throw in another half cup of cream cheese or even like a half cup of crumbled really soft feta. Mix that in. I know, I do love feta. It's not better with feta, but it is a good thing. Yeah. All right, so I'm gonna toss that in, and I'm just gonna blitz this together just until it's nice and combined. Let me figure out this. All mixers are different, and we got it. Perfect. That comes together really beautifully, especially if all of your cheese is at room temp. Ooh, nailed it. Didn't even make a mess. That was like something my mom was like, never let the beaters leave the bottom of the bowl. And then I just did. Okay, so we've got that beautiful cheese mixture together. So now I wanna add in all those flavors that I absolutely love. So the first thing I need is some smoked salmon. So I've got 200 grams of cold smoked salmon here. This is the classic one you find in the freezer section. It's nice and thinly sliced, it's super tasty, and it's just classic on a bagel. If you had hot smoked salmon, or you're like one of those people who is a smoker, and you smoke your own salmon, feel free to go with that. But this is a really, really nice touch. It's super tasty. It makes it really easy. So I'm just gonna pop that onto my cutting board. Just a big old pile of salmon, classic day on the good stuff. And just chop that into some nice kind of bite-sized pieces. This is gonna get everything kind of in there. You're gonna get little bites of salmon in every single bite of that delicious spread. And I'm just popping that on into that cheese mixture. All right, that's looking beautiful. Now for a little bit of crunch, I'm gonna add in a 1/4 cup of chopped up onion. So I've got white onion here. You could also do red. If you wanted to, you could lightly pickle it. That would be really, really tasty. But that's going into the mix, along with about 2 tablespoons of capers. Now I typically chop my capers because they can be a little big sometimes, but somehow we found the world's tiniest little capers. They're so cute, so those are just gonna go in whole. Capers are really nice. They're actually a bud of a flower, which is very cool. And they're kind of brined in a really salty liquid, so they're nice and kind of pickly and bright and delish. Now, for some herbs, I'm tossing in about 2 tablespoons of some dill that I've chopped up, but any sort of fine, fresh herbs you've got would be delicious. I've also got some chives, about a tablespoon of those, toss that in. And then about 2 teaspoons-ish of some parsley. Again, just finely chopped. Now, I'm also adding in, just to cut through all the richness, because we've got all that cheese, I want to add in the zest and juice of half of a lemon. That zest is going to give you like pure lemon flavor without that kind of acidity that the juice gives you. And the juice is going to kind of thin this out a little bit, give you that bright kind of punch that you're looking for. And to be honest, at this time of year, if you're throwing out your zest, you got to check yourself, because Zest is delicious. It brings so much flavor, and it's essentially free. You bought the lemon for the juice, use the zest, and if you don't use it for recipes, peel it off, pop it in a bag, stick it in your freezer, pop it in a cocktail. What a dream. Exactly. No zest goes to waste in my house. So add in that beautiful juice. And then all you need to do is just beat this together. If you wanted to, you could use the stand mixer or your hand mixer. You could also, again, do this in a food processor if you wanted more of kind of like a, what is it, homogeneous mixture? Does that make sense? Yeah, science talk, we got this. So just mix that together until it's all kind of smooth and delicious. If you even had some radishes or anything like that, pickled red onion, you could throw that in here. Okay, that's looking good to me. You can mix it up a little more. I'm not going to, because whatever. Okay, now I'm gonna pop this on into a bowl to serve. Now with this spread, typically, I like to make this about a day in advance. It keeps things easy on Christmas morning. Just pop it into a bowl, spread it out, and you end up with the most delicious, easiest kind of like bagel and lox situation that you've ever had. If you wanna be fancy, throw a little dill on top, Bob's your uncle, and you're good to go. Now, for me, I still like to throw out all of the classics. I've got chives flying out of my mouth right now. I like to put out all the classics. We got smoked salmon, we've got some cucumber, some red onion, but again, Christmas morning, I'm lazy, so I just smear that right on a bagel that we've already toasted, because if you've ever been to my house on Christmas morning and there's a line for the toaster, you'll get in a fight with your brother, Michael Berg, about who gets to use the toaster first. So pre-toasted bagel, absolutely delish. Oh my gosh. Oh, I wonder who that could be. Come on in.
So great. It is so wonderful to be here in your space and with this gorgeous audience. Now, I couldn't come and visit without, I don't know, bringing a little something something for all of you. All right, everybody, one of the best ways, I think, to bring some joy to the season is a little glow up.
Oh, I love this.
In this case, I'm talking about a beautiful candle. So, ladies and gentlemen, the Scented Market is sending everyone here home with their gift candle time gift box. Take a look at these absolutely stunning. You're gonna love this. Stunning candles. And if you can get nice and close, there's a smell.
The smell on those.
Now, it smells amazing because what you make is always amazing, but get a load of this. We've got cinnamon buns, French vanilla, we've got Nana's bread, obviously, and my personal favorite, but first, coffee.
What are we running off of?
What are we running off of? Yeah, okay. So, they are 100% soy, which is fabulous, and they are also 100% handmade right here in Guelph, Ontario. So that is fabulous.
Guelph represent.
Guelph represent.
Beautiful.
Okay, that's not all.
Oh my gosh, of course you brought two things.
Of course we did.
Yeah.
Okay, so listen, why don't you all enjoy a $100 gift card to Baskets?
Nice.
I love that, right?
Perfect gifting.
Oh, it's perfect gifting. It's this company makes uniquely handcrafted baskets tailored to everyone on your entire list.
Cute.
You can pick your items. You can get it shipped to them right to their front door, wherever it happens to be. It's a woman-founded company. Shout out to our female CEOs. We love them.
Yes.
So it's a win-win.
That is fantastic. Melissa Grelo, you are the best. What a good neighbor I have, hey?
Oh, thanks.
It's always a good thing. Well, and if you would like a chance to win these prizes, just go to thegoodstuff.ca and enter our online contest. And be sure to follow us on our social media platforms for bonus entries. Hey, Mary here. What did you think? Drop your comments below, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more of The Good Stuff.